it's absolute garbage, so I'll say it. Marcy Pos 1, absolute garbage.
I suppose so. I mean, you still have the same issues you'd have from off lane. At the least, you could farm better from safe lane. You know, you're a bigger farm priority. What I really doubt is this mid matchup. Like, the Marcy is one thing, but Lycan versus Leshrac, that doesn't sound like a sustainable lane for Blessing. Like, there's no way you really play around that. You could summon your wolves to be fed into Butterfly Effect. I guess in a way, you can take the bite of some of those Lightning Storm jumps. That's one way. You use them as cannon fodder so you don't get hit and your creep wave doesn't die as much, but I don't know. I'm not so... my big issue is Blessing. Like, what can he really do in this game? Because if his timing's thrown off for the Dominator and he doesn't hit that Overlord timing and run around the map, and if he feeds too many of those wolves, the Butterfly Effect, then this Leshrac just gets that Bloodstone that much faster. So I'm really not sure how to feel about that mid more than anything else.
I think what you're trying to say is bring Necrobook back, and look at this, John.
No.
Look at this bot lane. They're just clearing out the creep
one way. That's one way to do it. Yeah, you can't aggro them, but you can get the farm early on. I'm sure it goes to Sanwu. He's on the support Primal Beast, but you know, maybe it's just a matter of comfort. Maybe it's actually Molasses who's playing support, and Sanwu just gets the farm. Yeah, why not? At the least, Ice Limit has Treants to soak through some of those creeps, but yeah, you can't stop this.
Oh, they're going to try. Tag team is out. Mercy with the chase. He's going to make sure they can't aggro or take down the creep wave, and oh, very clever from Meteor Gaming to try and make those kind of plays. Molasses going to return back to the lane, but as we can tell, it's very challenging to remain in this lane as Ice Limit and Mercy going to try and be as annoying as possible. But in comes Blue now, back in onto Mercy with the trample. Molasses hits the Scatter Blast. It's still not going to be enough, though. Blue needs a way out. Kind of been trapped between that tree line. Might actually go down as he breaks down the wrong tree, but it won't matter. He's still barely okay. But this bottom lane seems like it's going to be quite action-packed.
Yeah, you do want to be aggressive here for Meteor, and they are making it a bit awkward for Ice Limit to farm, but now that the lane's equalized, he's able to farm well. This combination of Nature's Prophet plus Tusk with Tag Team, really easy to run heroes down. You've got the Blightstone up on Ice Limit, so it's a bit of a dangerous thing for our Primal Beast to kind of run out there, but Sanwu is just, he's not going to stop. If you allow him to, he'll just go for those pulls.
Yeah. That he will. Mercy going to try and be as annoying as possible. Can shard the staircase. Does do so. Pops the tag team as well. Try to block the creep wave on top. Blue. He might just double up now. Just go for the double creep wave pull instead. Even better. See if he does get it. I mean, obviously the other lanes we haven't really discussed whatsoever because it's just been so much action down at the bot lane. Blue. He's just going to stack them. But he moves in onto Ice Limit now underneath the tier 1 tower. The trample, well, he does aggro the tier 1 tower, so Blue's just gone. At least he does get a double stack of the wave, though, so it is guaranteed to push into Molasses.
Yeah, he's going to get some good EXP out of it, but you're not too worried about that now. On the side of Cloud, you're getting what you want out from Ice Limit's lane. I want to point out one thing about the mid lane as well before we switch to the top. The one thing that the Lycan can do, and Blessing's been doing this really well, he's using the wolves to deny off Water Rune and potentially Power Rune, because he doesn't need it. But Butterfly Effect will. So if no one's there to top up Butterfly Effect's bottle and he has no rune control, that is one way for the Lycan to win that lane. It's pretty clever.
In fact, he might even deny the Bounty Rune now that you mention it. John, look at that wolf. I think he is. Is he? And yes, he is. He gets it. Very, very nice. I mean, it makes sense. You kind of said it. Against the Leshrac, he loves the runes. Blessing. I mean, the thing is, you can't CS very well against the Lesh. That's kind of the issue here for Blessing, is he's going to struggle in the CS department. But yeah, in terms of runes, you are going to deny them.
And it makes it really awkward for Butterfly Effect, because the big strength of the Lesh is the spamability of his spells and how much output he has. Without the top up, then you're looking at the farming lane, which the Lycan doesn't necessarily feel bad about. So he's equalizing, he's still a little bit behind, but Butterfly Effect does have that empty bottle, and no one's dying, so no refills.
Well, speaking of no one dying here, John, Mercy getting very low. Will survive. Meanwhile, a stun mid lane onto Blessing. Looks like Butterfly Effect this time around does secure the Water Rune for himself. Can get the other one if he really wants, but the wolf is already waiting for the deny, so I guess he can't. Meanwhile, top lane, a bit of action to break out as well. I've got to say this Marcy, at least for now, is farming okay. Might lose his courier, and will do so, as Starif will be able to secure. It does seem like CSJ's got the freest lane in the world, though, on this offlane LC. There's really nothing that they can really do about it either. Like, CSJ's going to be able to freely hit creeps, no problem.
Yeah, you can be aggressive there with but because TZ's much more focused on controlling lane, and he can be punished by the silencer, especially with the early glaive of wisdom. He can't really angle in on these early levels to play with the potential of the Marcy. It's not like you have the rebound up either as a farming hero. He does opt for the dispose and the sidekick.
Nice onslaught from Blue. Gonna stop the chase here onto Molasses, at least for a moment, as now they can turn back around. Ice Limit, he still finds the kill, but it is gonna cost his own life. Nice little pick up there for the side of the Dire, Meteor Gaming, and I mean, you still gave the XP away to the Prophet, but at least you can slow down the farm of Ice Limit a little bit.
Yeah, you put a dent in it, and Sanwu Marblu does get the solo EXP on the Primal Beast for that kill. So it's a little bit of a blessing. Primal Beast is a hero as a support that really needs to rush into that level 6, into its key level timings. So you're pretty alright with that overall. And so far, a very even game, lots of back and forth, but despite the action down bot, Ice Limit's still in a good position. For the side of Meteor, you would want to commit more.
CSJ, he's getting chased down, but M's the one in trouble here on the Marcy. Rebound away is going to be there, so he's going to be able to survive, but even with that level 2 sidekick, they actually can't man-fight CSJ. He can literally 2v1 them while they have sidekicker. And yeah, M's gone. I mean, he was very low. I'm not sure what the idea of that was. Maybe assuming it was a level 1 overwhelming odds, but I mean, it's plenty of damage if there's a full creep wave. TZ now just going to get dived underneath the T1 tower. Should eventually fall, but can juke out nicely here against the LC. Still running, needs to get back into the tree line. CSJ looks like he's going to give up on the chase. He's taking way too much damage, and the Marcy has returned to the lane, but doesn't have the range for the rebound to actually connect onto the LC.
Yep. And that's what you want to see coming out from CSJ. Much better lane coming out for him. He should be set to get his level 6 timing online. You can play with your Lesh, you can rotate in with Ice Limit. And speaking of, down bot, Ice Limit chasing Molasses.
Yeah, nice little pickup. Mercy the one to take it on the task. 4-1 already here in the favor of Cloud, and I just wonder, like, if this draft falls behind from Meteor Gaming, whether it can actually compete with what Cloud have, because they've got a much more standard draft, whereas you're kind of relying on a mid-Lycan and a Pos1 Marcy. It's pretty rough to see it actually work if they can't get a decent start going. So it seems like the chase is going to be on here for Ice Limit, but they do not connect with the onslaught. So Ice Limit going to be just fine to juke that one out. And this tier 1 bottom tower, I mean, it is melting.
Yeah, bot tier 1's melting, the mid's being pressured already early on by Butterfly Effect. You don't really have play here as Blessing. He pops the shapeshift to retreat, but it doesn't really open up opportunities. And
so there goes Molasses. Marblu's going to go for a chase onto Ice Limit with the trample, but the damage isn't there. It just is not there. Ice Limit literally just TP's right in front of him. And this game is just getting worse and worse here for the side of Meteor.
Yeah, they really needed to win out their lanes. Like, if you did manage to hit some earlier level 6s, or, you know, at least have a more stable time on your off, and in particular your top, you might have been able to connect more with Blessing. Like, right now, Blessing, again, he used Shapeshift to just run away from the Lesh. Butterfly Effect has complete control. He's got Rune control back this way as well. He's got a haste to look up top. And if you're not careful, could see another death in this lane, which he really doesn't want to. Marcy doesn't farm well from a slow lane.
He's going to try to run. Silence is there. However, CSJ just going to continue chasing him down. And with the Nature's Wrath to back him up, they just delete the Marcy. Taking down TZ as well. That's going to be another tier 1 tower to drop. And I'll tell you, it seems like Cloud want to speedrun this game too at this stage. Like, the amount of push potential they have, it's going to be very hard to slow them down.
Yeah, they've got a lot. I mean, it's Lush Rack, Nature's Prophet. Doesn't take too long to melt these objectives. And they can still respond for this push down bot.
That they can, and they will. TPs are incoming. Molasses already being caught out. Mages drop. CSJ, sadly, only just hit level 6. So couldn't go for an easy duel attempt. We'll have to wait another day. But considering the state of the game, chances are he's going to have a lot of duels incoming very, very soon. They even find Ma Blue. Snowball, not going to connect yet, but eventually does. The onslaught very, very short. And with that, Mercy might just be able to keep going on to Ma Blue to secure another kill for the side of Cloud. I think maybe he could have waited for the onslaught a bit later on, but I suppose the Walrus Punch was always going to be there to stop it.
Yes, right?
Yeah, now bot lane, be it CSJ. Well, at least this will be a nice pick-off if they can find it, though CSJ's literally just outrunning them. Blessing's still in the chase. You should be able to get this. Like, there's no way CSJ gets out. Chase is ongoing. Bit of body blocks from the creeps here from Blessing. Another overwhelming on's going to speed him up, but it's not going to be enough. It was kind of close, but not quite.
Yeah, that's their second kill so far. A nice little pickup for Blessing. He does have his Dominator up at the very least, so they can get a bit of a shove in on bot. I want you to take a look at build up here, Mike. He's going Battle Fury on Marcy, considering that lane. Yeah. And he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah, I mean, he's gone.
Look.
I don't think this is a game where you can afford to try to rush that.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to go the standard, like, armlet basher into a BKB and just run with his team, but Battle Fury.
Yeah. Like, if you were winning your lane, Battle Fury can be alright on Marcy, but I guess the mindset is that we're behind, we want to stall. I can't farm without items. Battle Fury is the only item that's good.
Oh boy. Duel out. Maybe they can win this duel though. They took CSJ. He's actually going to drop. This could be a huge turning point. Butterfly effect also to drop. Meteor, let's see how much they can capitalize off this. Mercy's going to move in, but Marplu's got the pulverize. He will commit it. Mercy's still on the run. Ice Limit somehow dropping to Blessing. Oh, and Cloud, they've got to be so cautious. These kind of team fights are what throw games. Mercy's on the chase, or rather being chased. Cookie's going to land. A double kill for Blessing. 4 going down in that team fight, bot lane, and that's huge. That's going to be a lot of golden XP going back the way of Meteor. And that gives Meteor kind of a way back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's all flowing towards Blessing. His Overlord timing still set to bounce back in here. They can still defend quite nicely, so their mid still holds at half HP. You can't really fully shove in from the side of Meteor just yet. But this is where one of the weaknesses of Cloud's draft also comes in. You go for Silencer for that Global Silence counterplay. It does interrupt, but it's not enough to save there. And it's a long cooldown. Compare that to Kisses, or at least compare it to Pulverize. It's only 15 seconds away, 32-second cooldown. Global Silence, 130. You have so many windows where you don't have to worry about that global.
They're going to find Ma Blue. TZ's around the corner to try and help out. No overgrowth up yet, still 20 seconds away, but Marblu's actually walking out of here and M's going to move in. Does have rebound. CSJ, though, going to show himself. There's your Unleash up from Marcy. He'll try to deal with Mercy, but Mercy might have Snowball, but no, not quite. Now CSJ, he's not going to get the duel off. Oh, Marblu just pulverizes him, and CSJ's going to feed his own life away. Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, John. If they keep throwing bodies like this at Meteor, then this Battle Fury might actually be decent timing on him.
Yeah.
He's not that far off anymore.
It's not, and he's not that far behind from Butterfly Effect and from Ice Limit. All things considered, this 1k lead, it's very minimal. They've managed to bounce back from some really awkward lanes on Meteor's end. Look at Blessing, he's just chasing Starif all the way here.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Or maybe he's gone a bit too far. CSJ gonna look for a duel out and that'll lock him down. Whoops.
I'm just like, yeah, that's my mid. You go, Wolfman. Look, okay, here's another angle. Like an Ags this game, right? Like an Ags with Marcy. I think that's all that needs to be said, right? That's a combination.
That's actually pretty broken, I think.
Or how about like an Ags onto a Primal Beast with Trample on, with a move speed?
I actually think if they do go like an Ags with the Marcy, I might have to take back my POS1 Marcy as garbage comment. Because that actually seems pretty darn broken.
True, but to be fair, almost any right-click kind of core field's busted with like an Ags, right? Like any melee core. Yeah, but so maybe
you've got Unleash.
True. I'm actually more interested in a Primal Beast with Lycan Bite.
Oh, it's
Pulverize with no animation.
It's
Yeah, but Trample with that move speed, it just seems funny to be hastened, you know?
Blessing?
Oh, no.
He's not going to get the axe if he keeps getting caught like this, though. He's gone.
What's happening?
I mean, TZ's going to move in looking for an overgrowth attempt, perhaps. They do land a nice cookie onto the left rack, but Butterfly Effect has the Pulse Nova. They don't want to make the jump in. Seraph still getting chased down by some wolves here. Actually getting close to dying. They'll have to stun up that wolf and make sure the chase cannot continue. There is going to be a quick smoke out. See what they can get out of this.
It's a big timing. They've got the Bloodstone up on Butterfly Effect, Global Silence ready. It's going to be really easy for Butterfly Effect to just stand his ground and melt some heroes. It's a big one.
Yeah, he's certainly a very big one here, John. And he's sticking around for that farm. They are going to snowball in. Surely no way out for him as the Split Earth is just going to land and well, he is just dead.
Ooh.
Mid lane. There was an attempt on CSJ's life, but the Snapfire Kiss is going to be cancelled off by the Global Silence. There's nothing they can do to finish off the kill.
Yep. Yeah, it's the one thing, right? Yeah, sure, you pop Global Silence, but you're preventing Meteor Gaming from trying to build up in their own gank attempts here. And you regain the lead on Cloud over these kills. 4K up now, comfortable lead for Ice Limit and Butterfly Effect. Blessing and aren't too far behind, and he's still inching towards that Battle Fury here. We're looking at maybe a 16.5 minute, 17-minute Battle Fury, which, if you stall the game for another 10, the Marcy's going to be a pretty big beast. So the timing's still kind of lining up. They just have to stem the bleeding here on Meteor.
Oh, nice little attempt there on Tamar Blue, but he will just be able to onslaught and just trample his way out. And what is it, John?
No, I was being notified that it could have been a Mjolnir on our Prophet. It is Assault Curious, so nothing too weird there. So another smoke comes out at least.
Yeah, bottom side. TZ, he's in a nice position to kind of break the smoke here. Or rather, tank the gank for his team, though is still getting caught. Oh, he's going to pop the Unleash.
Ooh.
Never pop the Unleash against an LC Blade Mail. Marbleu. He gets caught out top side. Looks like they'll even find Molasses, though TZ is going to rotate to try and help out and make sure the Snapfire does remain alive. Overgrowth is out. Maybe they can find a decent trade, but the Snowball is going to save at least for now. They haven't had the cookie to throw. Now they do, but it's too late. Ice Limit, it's already out of there. Instead, they'll try to secure Mercy's life, and they will get him. But you don't get Ice Limit, and that's kind of the big issue here.
Yeah, they're not able to really punish Ice Limit for going for a lack of control. He is going ultra durable on the AC first, but he is susceptible. If he is caught out, he can't contribute too much to these fights just yet. Although, to be fair, AC against Marcy, more armor against a physical output core that really doesn't have hybrid damage is going to be pretty damn nice. And Cloud are, for the most part, the aggressor. CSJ.
Oh, Blessing, he's popped the wolf form. Jordan's going to connect, but a nice onslaught into the trample. It's going to save even the pulverize going. Butterfly Effect, though, is still going to be able to punish at least the Primal Beast. But it's definitely a pretty nice fight here for Meteor Gaming.
It is the Ags Rush. Blessing is doing it. He's going for the Ags. Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, it's going to be
great. If he actually manages to get it. If he does, with his Marcy, yeah, a jumping wolf with a million bytes per second. That's something.
It's Twilight. That's what it is, John.
No, it is Twilight. Oh,
it's Twilight.
It's
John.
Twilight where Jacob gets Bella, I guess.
Wait,
wouldn't
you've
it
actually
just
watched
be
the
fair?
movie? I don't know any
I
of the
did
characters.
in high school. So we actually, me and my
God.
guy friends all decided to go to the local cinema. And
wow.
When we went in, dude, we were laughing the entire time. When Edward shows up and his skin sparkles, all the girls in the cinema were yelling. And me and all of us were just laughing. And we yelled along to them, woo, Edward, let's go. Oh, God.
I don't understand the references, John. I have not watched the movie. Mid lane, they are going to catch out the Snapfire. Though it's not going to be enough damage to actually win out the duel. Overgrowth will be committed, though CSJ, he'll just purge it off immediately and continue running forward, but won't be able to find anything. How embarrassing, Jonathan, for you to admit online that you've watched Twilight with a bunch of boys when it came out in the cinema. I mean, I would never admit that. Never.
It has some deep storylines, okay, I think. I can't remember too well. I can see that Roche is happening here for Cloud at least. And they're able to melt it really fast with the output on Ice Limit. No real potential for turn. I mean, no, it's Global Silence, but Meteor aren't around to punish So big objective, 2 lives on Butterfly Effect with his durability, with his own plate mail up, along with the Aegis. I mean, he's going to be a massive issue in the middle of these fights. And the side of Meteor, I mean, they still have this timing to work towards. Mike, Battle Fury's up and running on.
I mean, why not? Ice Limit, he's going to get caught out here, but the problem is it's really only the Primal Beast rushing in. As he will realize there's a bunch of heroes around Ice Limit, and that means the Marcy will not try to back him up. And with that Cloud, they're going to go for this top tier 2 tower. We go, Cloud. Tier 2 tower, it shouldn't last, there's no way.
No. It just melts. You've got the output on Butterfly Effect. They are stalling quite nicely with a Fortify though, but it's not going to hold for too long. What they are doing well is split pushing bot. Like this bot tier 2 is actually so low just from the Ancient Black Dragon.
What?
So they force a response out here. It survives and the bot is set to fall. Damn. Meteor. Blessing, you sly dog. Sneaking around, getting some pushes. His Axe is almost done, Mike. We're gonna morb. It's morbin time. I got the morbs here.
Oh, it's morbin time. That's another movie John X Fire's watched. You know,
I did. And it was very mid.
Trash movies.
It was very mid. It was very mid. Like it wasn't outrageously bad at the same time. It was irredeemably plain. It's like plain. It's like if you toast a piece of bread and you don't put butter on it. It's just toasted bread. You know, it's like it's all right.
Insult toast
it's not
like
amazing.
that, John. Don't insult toast like that.
Yeah, but you'd have toast with like jam or butter, or you toast it with butter and sugar. It's plain toast without anything. It's kind of like nothing else on your plate. No eggs, no nothing. Just toast. That's it. It's kind of dreary. It's not bad. It's not like an entire meal by itself, you know.
Mid lane, Molasses. Maybe you get caught out. CSJ though lost the vision for the jewel, but in comes Mercy though. It's a bit split up here from Cloud as the rebound. The Axe is here. Overgrowth this out. Where's this Lycan? He's trying to move in and give him that Axe. And here we go. Where's the Wolf Bite? It's not there yet. Never mind. They do continue. Mercy about to drop. There's the Wolf Bite finally coming out, but the jewel's there.
No.
Well, Blessing a little bit late to the party. Ice Limit's still going to drop. Ma Blue about to fall, will do so. In fact, never mind, he's out of there. In goes Molasses now onto Butterfly Effect. And it seems like the Snapfire might die, but never mind. Guardian Greaves out, still running. He's got help around him, just waiting for them to try and move in. In goes CSJ, and he will die. Where was that Wolf Bite? I was waiting the whole time for it.
Yeah, it's a bit oddly timed. It comes out at the end when the duel comes out. He had a bit of a window. He did get stunned a couple of times, though, to be fair to Blessing. But it needs to come out earlier. Like, as soon as you see your Marcy about to set up to pop that Unleash, just bite her. Just straight up bite into her, you know? And just run around. It did somewhat work. It worked a bit.
There's some real degenerates on this panel, I'll tell you, John. I'm reading some of the comments about this Marcy Lycan combination. There's some real weeb stuff being said that I don't like. There's the Wolf Bite. Like, you see it in the replay, and it makes me just... Like, you Wolf Bite him as he's getting jeweled. What the hell is that going to do? It's just going to amp the blade mail damage that comes out. Like well, what's Blessing doing? He's just trolling his carry at this point.
Pretty much.
Butterfly Effect. He's going to move in. TZ gonna avoid the stun with the cookie. He's gonna be alright. Will lose his courier, but had nothing on it anyway. Let's see if they can Wolf Bite properly this time. It's 15 seconds away. There is a smoke out from Cloud. Looks like Ma Blue might break the smoke, might die for it as well, as he does get caught. At least he got his BKB off in time, but there is going to be a duel out to lock him down. Still, he is still surviving, so Ma Blue, he will onslaught back out, and here comes Blessing from the backside. The Global Silence is not going to save Starif. Starif is down, but now he's stunned up on the Lycan. He needs some help. He'll run away. Butterfly Effect, not going to be able to get the kill. Meanwhile, this Marcy's not even here. Ice Limit, he's going to die top lane. He just dies solo to this Marcy. His Butterfly Effect is still trying to salvage this, but he's being kited in and out. Still rushing forward with the Aegis, but there's your Pulverize. There's your cookie out. That should be the first life gone. And it will be. Butterfly Effect, he'll blink out of there. He's seen enough. And we are yet to see this damn Wolf Bite. I mean, come on. I get he got the Ice Limit kill. I want to see the Wolf Bite Marcy.
We all want to see it, Mike. That's what we're here for. That's what we all paid tickets to see Morbius for, right? The Morb moment. Oh, he's just TPing. All right. There you go.
He's all right. He's okay.
Oh, CSJ, he was right there as well with the duel. Just a bit too late. That is BKB pop. That's a fresh BKB from So immediately down to 8 seconds. Not the best feeling in the world, but you are clawing your way back into this game for Meteor. they take away the lead. They're going into the AC for Blessing. You're going to have the bash for on And your two ults are getting ready here, Mike. They just need to pop all of that together in the right order. And things can go their way. Like every time you see that global silence committed from Starif, it's a window for you to come in with kisses unimpeded, pulverize unimpeded. It's a lot of angles, and it's a lot of time where Cloud just doesn't have to counterfight.
Well, here we go. Meteor game. Grouping up, feeling much more confident. Wolfbite available, snowball committed. There's your Wolfbite. Who's gonna jump in? Rebound. There's your flying Wolfbite. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. Mercy's gone. Mercy's actually gone. They can't fight this. They need to run out of there. Oh, it's so damn scary. Scarif. He'll just be chased down. Butterfly Effect has no idea what's punching him right now. Oh, it's too much. Bloodstone is active. At least it is helping him survive, but this wolf is flying everywhere. This literally might be Morbius, John. Considering how bad the wolf jumping around looks. It's literally Morbius. It's Morbius too.
Morbius. We need a Morbius tie-in. No, persona for Blessing. Even though technically he's supposed to be a vampire, but man, this is way more Morbi than the Morbius movie, I think. So we're getting morbed up. Meteor Gaming, or Morbius Gaming, starting to feel great here again. Keeping the game in their way, or at least even for the most part. I can't take it seriously anymore, dude. I can't. Nah. This is just, I don't know. I do not know how Molasses and Sanwoo got away with their off-lane Marcy support. Oh, ooh.
Nice duel out. Nice duel. Should have the damage to finish him off in time, and they will. That's God on the POS 1 Marcy. That's a big one. That's your POS 1 going down, and yeah, sure, you're scared when the wolf bites popped on this Marcy, but apart from that, if she gets caught with the duel, she's just as good as dead.
Yeah, they're not going for anything to defensive, you know, no Lincoln Spheres this time around to protect. So that control, it's always going to be good, and that leads into a push opportunity on mid. The side of Meteor aren't really clumping up for a defense either.
Molasses is going to show up as well on the low ground. He just gets taken out. I'm not sure what the idea was there for him. Claiming there's vision. I suppose there is on the high ground, to be fair. Not quite on the low ground. Meteor Gaming gonna have to kind of sit back, relax for a little bit, just wait out their Marcy once again. Cloud, they've got a tier 2 tower. They could just wait for the next Roshan, but that's gonna be about 2 minutes away. The Starif will have a look, but won't find it. Meanwhile, can I just ask as well, John, why have we got no Gleipnir on this Prophet? Like, you're against two wolves at this point. Why no Gleipnir?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. CSJ, he's going to find him once again. He's being caught out. And the overgrowth, it was there, but it does nothing. And with that Cloud, they can move high ground.
You know, they're forced to buy back out from Treant. Who needs Gleipnir when you do have duel, right? If CSJ can just land it every time, no worries here. They're forced to kiss as well, just to shove the wave away. And now they're getting a response on bot. Blessing's trying to push.
Problem is, he is stunned up. Blessing gonna try and run away, but they've just perma-stunned him. Sadly for him as well, tier 3 tower remains alive on 20 HP, but there's always that rat potential. You know you can force them back. So Meteor Gaming, I mean, they're trying something, you know, cheeky here with their draft, and, you know, I don't know what to say, John. It's kind of working, it's kind of not. We'll see. Duel out. They've got a tree. He's gonna drop.
Another kill for CSJ, 142 damage on him. I think it's time to see Meteor play together again. Like, they look so strong when they've got the bite, when they sync up their spell usage, and then they just go back to farming and allow Cloud to take control of the game. CSJ?
Jump in. They have found CSJ on the Legion, and that's going to be a kill to go the way of Mar Blue now on the Primal Beast. Be days for him. You are getting to the point where the bash is going to be up soon on this Marcy, and I think that's when things get very scary, because you actually have some form of actual lockdown. Here is the Marcy, and we'll see how it pays off. Like, what I question is, what was the point of the Battle Fury? I mean, I guess it still allows her to farm quicker, but imagine you had the Armlet Basher into a BKB. Wouldn't you just feel better in that wolf bite? Top lane?
Yeah, but I don't think he scale as well.
Blue gonna BKB TP out and is not gonna make it. The Sprout, of course. Blue trying to run, not enough.
Pierces spell immunity. Always love that on Nature's Prophet, just because Sprout technically pierces spell immunity as well. So does the Leash. And there you go. Yeah, I mean, if you did go Armlet Basher, might have been able to join these fights earlier, but I don't think he'd be able to farm into the BKB as fast. Like, he had no space to farm. He needed an accelerant. Battle Fury kind of does that. Roche, though, is falling quite fast to Cloud, and we're in the same position. Meteor just aren't there to contest. They get the scan, but it's too late.
Satanic now up as well on the Prophet, so Ice Limit, much more survivability now on this Nature's Prophet. They've just got to watch that bot wave, because it's constantly being forced in by these wolves. That's just the one thing, you got to make sure you don't get ratted again by Blessing, because he's always sticking around. Now, it wouldn't seem like the worst idea to just get a chance for this Lycan, right? Like, just make it so there's always a wolf. It's kind of annoying to play against. I don't know if it's worth the 1.4k gold, but if you got it for free, maybe. In they go with the Jewel out, though, and speaking of Blessing, he is gone.
Yeah, he popped his wolf form as well, so not quite gonna have it on the respawn. And Cloud, they're back in control here after a bit of a slip up in the mid game. You know, back up to a 10k lead. They've got the security of Aegis. They are going still into the butterfly. They're leaving that Maelstrom alone without upgrading to Gleipnir. Maybe just confidence here from Ice Limit as they jump illusions.
They do.
Not gonna be too much of an issue as the side of Meteor aren't really able to capitalize. They need the Lycan. See, this is the one thing. You lose the Lycan, you don't have that combo.
Well, TZ is the only one caught out for now, but a nice Sprout is going to spot out who's going to go for the man fight, but he is completely surrounded. Still a nice onslaught running right through him, but he's only found Mercy. Kisses will fly in. Global Silence will be popped. Molasses still going. That'll be about it, it seems.
Yeah, it looked like wanted to go back in, but didn't manage to find the angle. And so they still find a hero to pick off at the least, and they don't really lose too much of value on their own. And they managed to stall the high ground. It's all about stalling for time. Like, you want to get Blessing back in, you want to play with when Unleash is available once more. Is going for the Ags next. I believe that was fixed, hopefully, with the Unleash cooldown getting that reduction on the Unleash cooldown, because I recall a time where it wasn't, but I think it was fixed in a hotfix. So lower cooldown than that, more uptime for your Wolf combination, and it's going to be more active going forward. You run the risk of buying that without buyback, so the time to wait is pretty big, but you're dealing with a lot of control coming from Cloud as well. Hex fully up.
Oh. Yeah, and it gets shown. Butterfly effect locking down Blessing, allowing another Jewel to fly out for CSJ. It's going to be 198 Jewel damage now for the LC. Blue also caught out, will go down. I suppose Cloud, they always know, like, this Blessing guy, he's going to be down at the bot lane somewhere. And they do catch out the Lycan once again. That's 50 seconds without the Lycan. Just kind of this combo, right? Like, you want the wolf bite with the Marcy and you want to take fights, but if you keep losing your Lycan like this, it's just never going to happen.
I'm really curious as to why I picked up a casual Crystallis here as well. And you have the wolf bite, so you do get a little bit of crit. You could have just saved up for the Ags. Maybe he doesn't want to be dependent on the Lycan, but then if you don't want to be dependent on Lycan, why get the Ags on Lycan in the first place? It's a little bit strange.
Bot lane, the push will be incoming. Cloud. Oh, they're just tired of this game already. There is going to be a respawn on the Lycan in 5 seconds. It seems like with the Glyph, they might be forced to back, though. Cloud still have the Aegis up for another minute and a half, but there's your 5-man smoke now out from Meteor. They might just rush in with the Wolf Bite. Already in that wolf form, but the rebound lands on nobody. Butterfly effect is still just fighting all by himself, and look at him just win it. In fact, hold on a minute, the Unleash damage, it's way too high, but the snowball, it's gonna buy a bit of time. Cookie is there, lock them down, rebounds off the mark, but it won't matter. At least finds the Aegis and still trying to fight here for Ice Limit. The Prophet might just go down and does. The Pulverize will be enough, but now they've got the Marcy locked down. Nothing to save. They will die. There's 3 down with that buyback on the side of Meteor as they'll lose a 4th now. The Lycan gone to boot. That might just be it.
Yeah, they had an idea and they called it GG. Meteor, they try something different with their draft, right? And for a moment it looked like it could have worked. Marcy as a wolf was certainly an experience.